I love being human in my animal self, to be part of this species of humans. I think we're incarnated for that, right? The problem is that we reach a point in our life in the plane of demonstration, the plane of doing, where we realize that we have to do a lot of things to get what we want. In other words, you have a thought that you want a new career or a new relationship or you want to be abundant or you want to be healthy or in shape or whatever it is. And you become aware that you're André, local in space and time. And then you think about your dream or your vision, and our mind automatically calculates and predicts how long it's going to take for that to happen. And so here's one point of consciousness, then the future is the other point of consciousness, and the separation between 2 points of consciousness in three-dimensional reality creates time. So in order for me to get that thing, I may have to work harder, I may have to sacrifice and save money, I may have to cheat, I may have to compete, I may have to steal, I may take on a second job, whatever it is, borrow money to have that experience, right? So it takes time and energy to finally arrive at that event. Now, when the event occurs, the emotion from that event takes away the lack or separation from not having it. That's the prize in three-dimensional reality. But some people spend their whole life dreaming in lack and never actually realizing their goals, right? So they're waiting for their wealth to occur to feel abundant. They're waiting for their new relationship to feel love. They're waiting for their healing to feel gratitude and wholeness. They're waiting for the mystical moment to feel awe. They're waiting for their success to feel empowered. They're waiting for something to change in their outer environment to take away the lack or separation from not having it in their inner environment. So for the most part, they're living by cause and effect. So what do you do when you're matter trying to change matter? You work harder. You try harder, you force, you control, you manipulate. That's what matter does when it's trying to change matter. And so we're rushing constantly in separation for the experience that produces the emotion or the feeling that takes it away, okay? And you can get really good at doing this. You can get really good. You could get trained, you could take courses, you can get coached, you can learn from your mistakes, you could have great parents, whatever it is, you could develop really good habits. And sooner or later, you get better at doing it in a shorter amount of time. Well, that's great. That's really cool. My interest is to teach people, well, gosh, can I actually go to a place where I am a creator? Can I really think about with a clear intention what that future looks like? Could I train and teach my body emotionally what that future feels like before it happens? Now, that goes against a lot of hypnosis. That goes against a lot of programming, because the programming says you need this thing in your outer world to take away the feeling of even drugs, to take away the pain or whatever it is, right? So we've become very dependent on the outer world to change our inner world. And all I'm saying is it's possible then, if you can teach people how to be creators in their life and change the way they think and change the way they feel and feel the emotions of their future before it happens. The cool part of that is that when you're feeling the emotion of your future before it happens, you're not looking for it any longer. Why would you look for it if it feels like it already happened? So then when the synchronicities, when the coincidences, when the serendipities, when the opportunities start showing up in a person's life because they're changing the way they think, the way they act, and the way they feel, they get more involved in the creative process. They're saying, I actually am creating this. Get really good at it and learn how to be a creator in the present moment, in the unknown. Create from the field instead of from matter, instead of three-dimensional reality. If it's not matter that's creating the field, but the field that's creating matter, if I could change the information in the field, can I change the hologram or the slowing down of frequency into matter? And could I shorten the distance between the thought of what I want and the experience of having it if I create from the field instead of from matter? Now that's a whole new experiment, right? Because we got to get retrained, we got reconditioned, we got to change a lot of beliefs about that. We got to explain what that field is. We got to teach people how to get beyond themselves and take all of their attention off their body, off of all the elements in their environment, and not think about the predictable future or the familiar past, to disinvest all of their attention, all their awareness all of their energy off the particle, off of matter, off of the physical three-dimensional world. And if it's particle and wave, put all your attention on that wave function. And that wave function, there's nothing physical or material there, so it's nothing. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's energy and frequency. If you have a person pay more attention to that nothing and teach them that it's rich in frequency and energy, to feel it, to experience it, to relax into it, to become more of it and less of them, somehow there is this dramatic change in the information in a person's biology. So then when you create from wholeness instead of lack and separation, and you teach people how to do that, I think you see not only effects in their biology, but ultimately effects in their life.